One boy, born again. Right, just get this educating Ricky out of the way. So, Turkey, yeah. So what is this again?
This is educating Ricky, is a tip included.
Right.
Apparently a fellow was on holiday in Turkey. He's just having a normal holiday, weather's good, you know, he's having a good time.
Weight is all normal height.
Yeah. He's having his meal. He hears a load of screaming going on in the kitchen.
Hold on.
Has his girlfriend wandered in there?
And they do,
With a stepladder.
Yeah.
the circumcised people in the kitchen, and apparently...
What are you talking about?
Whoa, slow down. We were sidetracked there for a minute.
What are you talking about? Well, I'm excited about two things at once here. One, they circumcised people in the kitchen. Two, I guessed it was someone losing the end of their knob.
He did, yeah.
I've started thinking like Karl Pilkington.
Extraordinary.
That is amazing.
Apparently it was going on, it wasn't just a one-off either. Well, when I say a one-off, I mean, they did it more than once.
Yeah.
Right? And there was, he was there for a week, and apparently the first night it was quiet, and then the rest of the week, every day, it'd be like having his breakfast, or even his lunch, or even his tea.
Yeah.
He'd be doing it all day.
Oh.
You'd be hearing
Lunch
screams.
and breakfast, fair enough, really.
Yeah,
circumcision at tea time.
Don't do that.
And apparently it's a tradition over there. You can't even make a complaint about it. It's like, well, you should have, you know, found out before you come over
See,
it.
I can't believe this is
Sorry,
true.
I'm a little
I
bit
can't
lost.
believe this is
He was
true.
in a restaurant, in a hotel, and there were people having circumcisions in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Is that right?
I'm even worried that we're bordering on the racist here, suggesting that is tradition, that Turkish people cut the end of their cocks off in the kitchen.
Yeah.
At meal times. I think you're wrong, Karl.
This just sounds ludicrous, Karl.
No, I don't think it happens everywhere.
Right.
I think this
Just in
Oh, this in this hotel.
certain places,
Certain hotels.
certain hotels.
What, is it like 2-star?
Yeah.
I don't.
Why did he go to the Foreskin Inn? It was his own fault, wasn't it?
So that's
Sorry, that's it, is it?
Have they closed?
Sorry, no, wait. That's the story. You educated me, right? Once a fella saw some Turkish people cutting the tip of their knob off in the kitchen. Thanks very much. Thanks very much, Karl. Got any more?
Well, there's things you can learn from it. Either don't go to Turkey.
No!
Don't have calamari when you're over there.
Karl. Okay, Karl. One more.
Can't we just...
Don't get the just because so far you've come up with nothing. What's the last one?
Give us the teaser clue again.
It was, I want to come here in hindsight.
I wouldn't have come here in hindsight.
Yeah.
Right, give me some education. This will be the thing that teaches me something. I can feel it in my bones. Come on.
There's a kid in Kenya. He was messing about with some beans.
Magic.
We guessed that as well.
You did, yeah.
He's fed up because we've guessed his puns, I think.
They put one of them in his ear.
Yeah.
The mum or the dad said, oh, what have you done that for, or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'll have to take you to the doctors now. So they took the kid to the doctors, and the doctor said, oh, he said, I can get that out, I can sort that out for you. So, he took it out, and the doctor said, right, that's £3.50. And the dad said, I've only got £2.70 on me. And the doctor said, right, well, and he put the bean back in his kid's ear.
I don't know what to say. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean,
A couple of questions from me, very quickly. Are you sure that those were definitely the sums involved, were they?
Well, the equivalent of whatever the deal with in Kenya.
Yeah.
It was the equivalent of, you know...
oh, so what currency was it, Karl, that you translated into sterling?
I don't know. No, it was saying in the thing. It said the equivalent of
£3.50 and £2.70.
Did it say that?
Yeah. So
did it say that?
Yeah.
Karl, look at me. Look at me. Did it say that?
Yeah. It said that was the.
Did it say that?
Yeah. Yeah, it did. it definitely said that. Definitely.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I suppose. I don't know. I mean, all these things. The idea is, it's not like a lesson. It's like, I'll tell you this, see what you can get from it.
Sure.
So you look at what I've told you already. The knights who said shut your face. That's like
that's amazing.
That explains itself.
Yeah.
Turkey with the circumcisions in a restaurant.
Yeah. That'll hold me in good stead. Yeah.
Don't go there. Whatever. Yeah. This one, if you're in Kenya, don't put beans in your ears or something. Doctors
or carry £3.50 or the equivalent of.
It's just the idea that the doctor put it back in his ear. He forced it back in his ear. So is it still there to this day? I mean, is there any update on that story?
Or did he go back with the 350?
I presume he either went and got like a second opinion, see if he could get it cheaper.
Right.
For another doctor.
Yeah.
Or he said, right, I'll come back next week.
Yeah.
After I've been paid. Or he saw how the doctor did it and thought, well, I'll have a go at that.
Sure.
I'll get home.
Yeah, for free.
But he never said how it ended.
No.
But, I mean, I apologise for this week, 'cause I mean, I haven't got that much out of it.
Coming up on the show, we've got Educating Ricky.
I'm not happy with this.
Oh, really? Because the last few weeks have been genius. What is a drop in quality, is there, of the education of me?
Well, it's just, like I said, I've wasted a lot of time this week searching on the web, right?
You wasted a lot of time searching on the web because you come up with things that aren't true. Why don't you look in books and verified sort of like journals?
The web is the new book, though, isn't it?
No.
The web is the new book.
That's the new
going wrong.
Yeah.
Well, so I've been searching, there's hardly anything. I spoke to you in the week,
Yeah.
about Monday or Tuesday.
What did you say? There's nothing happened this week in the world.
There's nothing going on. There was a new car wash that you can put dogs in.
There was a car wash you can put dogs in.
That's the only thing that's happened in the world.
And that and the jellyfish, and we've covered that, so...
Can you just quickly tell us about the car wash with the dog in it?
I don't know what's the
That
story.
didn't make the top three.
I didn't waste that much time on it, to be honest.
What did it say?
It just said, you know, how busy are you? Have you got a dog? How about saving some time? There's some car wash out. It's not a car wash, it's dog wash. You take it down there, put your coin in, put your dog in, and it comes out clean. See, there's nothing in it.
Is this called a bath, isn't it?
No, but it's like a machine.
Right.
There's a machine. But we'll, you know, that's why I didn't pick it.
Carl, come on then.
Right.
I need some education.
No, it's Rockbusters.
I know, but I need
Rockbusters.
education. I need some
I know you're
education.
telling me, but we've promised some Rockbusters.
Educating Ricky, I will be ditching before Christmas.
Why?
It will be going.
Why? Because there's nothing out there.
It's just struggling. I was thinking on the way in today, I can either do, doing something more with Steve, because we've done, like, the Ricky angle. Either we can do,
Educating Steve?
No, either like a bit of a call my bluff type thing, but it's like a con merchant, and I have to, like, trick you.
Okay.
Con
Right, so I'm
merchant,
the
I like
con,
it.
and you're the merchant. And then, or I was thinking something that you just do some work, and you have a moan for a bit, and that's a bit, that's like a wine merchant, that you just, like, whine on about something.
Again,
The pun comes first with you, doesn't it?
You've worked out that first.
Yeah.
That's like, I
Okay.
told you I've come up with a couple of sitcoms for me.
Go on.
One is I've got an imaginary navy called Merchant's Navy.
I've
I've got a navy in it, and the premise is I've got a navy.
Yeah.
And another one is I live in...
And that's as far as he's got as well.
Yeah, that's
Just-
all I come up with. If you've got any ideas there, Karl,
Yeah.
then that'd be much appreciated. Another one is I live in quite a salubrious part of North London, and that's called Merchant of Little Venice. And I live in Little Venice. Again, I don't know what happens. But, any ideas, Karl? You know,
I've
keep
got
me
one where I
posted.
play an Italian waiter, and it's called Shut Up a Gervais.
Yep.
That's
So,
pretty good.
that's the one we're working on now, actually, to follow up with The Office.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll do something with that.
Yep.
We have still got Educating Ricky.
Looking forward to that.
Go on, let's have one. Let's have one.
No,
Just
I'll give you the titles.
give me the titles, yeah, go on, yeah.
Right, you've got 3 bits of info that's gone on in the world,
Yeah.
or
Possibly.
sort of information.
Olden times?
Olden
Never go
times
further
stuff.
back than the 17th century, do we?
Well, no, let's make it clearer. There's 3 bits of information that people have put on the net. Whether or not they're true, different issue.
And that he still gets it a little bit wrong in
Oh,
translation,
always, yeah.
and sort of adds bits to it. Yeah, go
Right,
on.
so we've got,
I love it when he plays out those historical dialogues.
Yeah,
You know, it's like the 15th century where he goes, so anyway, a bloke says to himself, I'll tell you what I'll do.
So the horse isn't happy. Yeah, go on.
right, so the 3 that you've got to pick from, you've got, get your kit on, we're off down the butcher's.
Yeah, let's get your kit on, we're off down the butcher's, yeah?
We've got, wash up with you.
Wash up with you.
What's up with you? Ah! Yeah?
And the last one I couldn't really think of a good title for, so it's just, why don't they just get a diary or some paper or something?
It's mine and Steve's favourite bit of the whole show. This is what we do this show for now. Educating Ricky.
Yeah.
Go for it, Karl.
Who said that learning can't be fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go for the one. What's the one about the butcher going down the butcher shop?
You've got, get your kit on, we're off down the butcher's.
Yeah.
You going for that one?
Yeah.
Well, do you know the saying, don't let the cat out of the bag?
Yeah.
Do you know what it means?
Yeah, well, don't give away a secret.
Right. Well, do you know how it came about?
No.
No.
Well, ages ago. Before, like...
Ages ago. 17th century?
Yeah, before, like...
Yeah, 17's good. Yeah.
Before, like, you know, proper butchers and Jewhursts and supermarkets and that, you used to get these blokes who sold meat. Right.
Butchers, they were called then, I think.
Yeah, but the difference was they didn't stay in the same place, they moved about. Right, so they'd turn up on a street corner,
right,
and he'd have, like, loads of carrier bags of, like...
Carrier bags?
Yeah, with meat in and that, and people would
Plastic
be like,
carrier bags?
Yeah, with mobile butcher on them.
Yeah.
Right, so,
and an email address.
Yeah, go on.
People went, right, yeah, I need some meat, right, so they'd go up to this bloke, and say, what have you got? And he'd say, well, I've got a, you know, you can have a bag full of pig, or you can have, whatever, a bag full of chicken, whatever.
Yeah.
And they'd go, yeah, how much? They go, oh, you know, call it a fiver, whatever.
Yeah.
And, they'd buy them, and to make more money, they didn't always fill the bag with what they said was in it.
Oh, I thought that might be the case.
Right?
Yeah.
So what
Did
they
they
used
ever
to
put
do...
cats in there?
Yeah.
But I don't see what...
Okay, so sometimes they would put a cat in the bag
They put
and
a cat
pretend
in
it
the
was
bag.
chicken or whatever else.
Yeah, so
But why was a cat any cheaper than a chicken?
because cats are wandering around the streets, aren't they? Chickens aren't. So they'd get a chicken, they put a chicken on the top so that when they look in it, they'd go, yeah, that's alright. Got a bag full of chicken. They'd get home to make the dinner, and they'd be like, what are we having tonight? And they'd go, well, you'll never guess. And they'd have, like, you know, well, you can have a chicken leg, and, you know...
But it would be a cat. They'd have to defrost a pizza.
Yeah.
Did they mind that they were eating cat then? In those days?
He didn't say. He just was saying about the saying, don't let the cat out of the bag. It's like, you know, if they see that, they're gonna go mad.
I'm mildly disappointed with this story. It's alright if it's true, but, you know, there's something about it's just... I want to know more. He always leaves it... Is it Karl doesn't quench your thirst for knowledge, he creates more. I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
Well, yeah, he's like the pot noodle of information.
Yeah, do you know, he never... I want to go...
I'm not nourished by it.
It's if for every fact he tells me, there's 10 others that spring up that I have to get clear.
Well, so it was the people that were doing this, it was the dodgy butchers that coined this phrase. Were they saying to each other, don't let the cat out the bag? I.e., what I mean by that, Jack, is don't let them see the cat.
Yeah.
What we've stuffed in there.
Yeah.
Dodgy butcher, that's another phrase, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's the first one.
Is that a euphemism or is that dodgy butcher?
As his meat delivered round the back.
Sure.
So that's that one. So let's get your kit on.
What does that mean?
It's a euphemism for homosexuality.
Okay. And meat, presumably, in that means different things.
It doesn't. It's a word that is also a male
Would it
bird.
mean chicken or cat necessarily in that context? Or well, I suppose it could.
Yeah. Karl's look at him. Karl looks at you like a cat.
Yeah.
Whenever we leave him behind, if we don't talk like straight at him and let him see our lips moving, and it's, you know, monosyllabic and very slow. Look, he's lost in that conversation there. He just drifted off, didn't you, Karl?
No, I just was also thinking on animals and that. Something else I was going to use.
Go on.
Was
This isn't a radio show, is it? I just suddenly caught myself. This is nothing.
I told you that before. It's been bad today.
No, but I mean, it's the way, this casual way that it's like we almost have no regard for our listener. And I'm not proud of that. I just don't know what to do about it. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how to do this properly. I mean, we're just chatting here. I mean, it's only Anderson who's seen through us. And that surprises me, that more people haven't... I mean, what are the figures like? Do people listen to this show?
I'll find out for you.
You keep saying that.
But, yeah, there's this parrot. And, apparently it lives
I mean, Rick, it's unique, if nothing else. I mean, when you wake up with Woken tomorrow, you're not even going to hear him start a line with there was this parrot.
Go on, there was this parrot, go on.
And it can talk and that. Someone's obviously, you know, taught it out how to speak and that. And, it flew away. And it's living in this church. Right? And, people are at the church doing hymns and that, and then...
Trouble's brewing.
in between the
If that
hymns.
parrot was owned by an old miner who used to swear a lot,
Yeah.
Well,
then the vicar is
what
going
was
to be really annoyed. That vicar,
Yeah.
that vicar's gonna go on.
I just hope he stays quiet, Rick, during the vicar's sermons.
Yeah, go on.
have you read it?
No, go on. Have you read it?
No,
go on,
no,
go on.
because that's what happens, right?
on, tell us, Karl.
During the hymns, it's sort of effing and jeffing and stuff.
Jeffin.
Yeah.
And everyone's like going, oh, you know, it's quite funny, really. You know, it doesn't know what it's doing. Everyone's having a laugh.
Yeah.
But it's causing a havoc at funerals.
When did this happen?
Not years ago.
John was a much loved man. He was a wanker.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that was another
What
story.
can
that
you say about Uncle John?
Bollocks.
Oh, Karl, I love the fact that when you look at things, you go, that's interesting. A parrot that swears at funerals.
That'd be a nightmare.
And it stays with you. You see, for a simple man, you retain an awful lot of knowledge. It's just all rubbish.
It's all
Do you know what I mean? If you just replaced all this rubbish with good stuff, you'd be an intellectual.
Yeah.
Really. Because, I mean, your retention is fantastic.
So,
Did I lose you again there, did I?
So
Was it the word retention? Right, Karl, come on in, educating Ricky. So, don't let the cat out of the bag, that's where that comes from. Comes from a crafty butcher. Right, go on then.
so the next little headline is, Wash Up With You.
What's up with you? Go on.
You want to know about
Yes.
that? It's a survey that they did. Survey that they did this week.
They.
Yeah, some university did some survey,
Brilliant.
did a world test on
Yeah.
washing up,
Yeah.
and each country were given 140 pots to clean. Brits were the quickest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Turkey were the slowest at washing up.
The Turks.
It's not because the little fellas that work in the kitchens with no... Is it?
They can't reach.
Spain were the cleanest, and the Germans were pretty good as well. So
I don't know where to start with this. Honestly, Steve, I don't know where to start with that. Look at his
told you,
face.
it was really light, right? We've had the parrot, right? These are things that I found. Found the parrot, right? I've told you about the dog in the car wash.
Right, you didn't tell me about that. You said there's a car wash for a dog. That's all you told me.
Yeah,
The
but there's-
parrot, you said there's a parrot. What? It's a problem at funerals.
Yeah.
That's nothing. That's nothing. It's nothing. Do you understand?
And
They used to eat cats.
what else have we got? There's an elephant in India with sore feet.
Why?
There's an elephant in India with sore feet.
Now I'm interested. Why?
Tap dancing.
Why?
Yeah, I didn't write that
He's
much
trying
down
to
about it.
break Roy Castle's record. He's still going.
Go on, what is it? What is it? Think.
It's an elephant, and it was really old. It was about 76.
Right.
And it had sore feet because it's old, and
They
the
don't make stair
and
lifts
the
that
roads
big,
are,
do they?
roads are bad and that.
Yeah, go
so they said, what are we going to do? And the town was like, oh, you know, we're used to seeing it around, it's part of the thing, you know, we don't want it to have sore feet. So they got some slippers made for it. And it had like a picture of the elephant looking happy wearing some slippers.
I love him! I love Karl, his world! Think of it, where did you see this picture?
That was on the internet.
Right.
That's a lesson, though, for any elephants listening. You know, don't wear stilettos to work every day,
No.
because you can do your feet in.
So that
But
it's
don't elephants have really bad memories?
no, they have
great
really good
memories.
memories.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's good then. No, I just thought they'd forget where they put them. I thought there was something about elephants having bad memories and that.
It goes on, where's my slippers?
Yeah.
I'm sure I left them by the test.
So, sorry, there's an elephant walking around wearing slippers.
Yeah, there was that's in
What
India.
kind of slippers? Those sort of old man ones with the sort of checkered
well, round
design.
ones, I imagine.
Yeah, yeah.
Big round ones.
There was that going on.
And is it happening? Is it happier? I mean, does it feel
No,
more
it looked
satisfying?
it, looked it.
Did it look? How can you tell? How can you tell for elephants, please?
What else is there? There was a woman who's had a breast insured for 150 grand.
Right.
Okay.
Okay,
Any
it's
more
what?
information there?
What? Third party fire and theft?
Don't know, it had a picture of her with them, like, you know, out. I just thought, yeah, you should get them covered.
He's done another real joke!
Brilliant, that's a proper joke.
He's done, look at his little face, he smiles!
I'd like to see you on one of the sort of TV panel games. If they could bring back sort of celebrity squares,
Yeah.
it'd be amazing as the centre square.
Oh, that would be
Wouldn't that be
incredible.
extraordinary? Or on that countdown in Dictionary Corner.
I imagine him in dictionary
Well,
corner.
I've come up with cat. If that helps at all.
Yeah. Memblent.
Yeah, what does that mean, Carl?
Just anything you want it to mean. Oh, what I've got, there's a dog that's got a cough in Singapore, because it smokes 20 a day. Right, okay, another one.
No, it's the last one in it, so
Yeah.
we'll save it. The last one we've got is why don't we just
Sorry,
get-
what was that? Wash up with you, that was it. But was that it? Survey of washing pots and
I
pans.
didn't understand, you said Italy were the cleanest.
No, Spain.
No, Brits were the quickest.
Yeah.
We were the quickest, but Italy was the
Spain
cleanest.
was the cleanest.
Turkey were the slowest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spain were the cleanest.
But why weren't we clean then? Because we were washing up, why were we not paying attention to the
We
bits
did it
of dirt
rubbish,
and
we
gristle?
did it quick.
We did it quickly, but I don't understand why it was being rated on.
Who was doing it? Was it Lynette Newman or Ainsley Harriott?
She's quick, both of them are quick.
Yeah.
Well, they've got like kind of loads of slaves that do it for them.
Did we use fairy liquid?
Dunno, it didn't have
Did
all
we use
that.
a whole bunch of Boy Scouts?
Didn't say that. Just
Like
said-
Lynette.
It just said, you know, that.
Who had the
Who
softest
volunteered
hands?
for that?
Who had the softest hands?
So it didn't say. I didn't.
Why is it we don't get notified that this is taking place?
I don't know.
When I was a kid, no one ever said, you know, we need recruits because we're doing a survey on who can wash up
Yeah.
the quickest.
Are you disappointed in yourself with that one, Carl?
It is pretty dull, to be fair, and that is why we've got to bring in either con merchant
Okay.
or a wine merchant.
Or shut up at your face?
Yeah.
Would you be able to, if I put you on the spot in the next, sort of after the next record, would you be able to give an example of how con merchant would work? I mean, is there something you could do just to sort of experiment
Should we play a
there?
record? Should we play a record?
Play a
I've
tune,
got a
what do you
cough.
reckon,
I can do better than that.
What?
Ads.
Go on. We're doing educating Ricky. Right, final one. Come on, Carl.
Right, what was it? It was, why don't they just get a diary or some paper or something to write on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause
Snappy.
I couldn't think of a heading for it. It's basically,
Go on.
people who have tattoos, I've never understood it, right? That they have something put on their arm.
Right, sorry. Have we started the educate? Is this part of it? Are you educating me? This is something that will be useful in my life that I didn't know about.
Yeah.
Go on then.
No, it's just like they've got a machine out, right, that, does tattoos.
Tattoos.
You come up with a design you want, and you sort of, this machine scans it, and, you put your arm in this thing, and you press print or whatever, and then it does the tattoo on your hand, or on your
What, like
arm.
loads of little needles that follow a pattern?
Yeah,
computer, is it?
basically, yeah.
Is it a real tattoo? It's a proper
It's a proper one. The fella said,
Well, as long as it goes out, it pierces the skin with a
I just wondered if it's one of those kind of, you know, those kind of...
No,
two-layer-
it must be lots of little needles or a moving needle that can go
Sorry,
along
but
it.
how is this cleaned, like, in between each person?
dunno, probably, I don't know.
Well, no, it's only that if it's one needle, it's just the head, isn't it? If it's one needle that moves and does it like like loads of little.
What are we gaining from a machine doing it?
Just because, you know, they're not gonna sort of mess it up.
But hold on, how do you keep your arm still? Because your skin moves slightly. It's the machine
it's
won't.
sort of strapped to your arm.
Right,
And
so
the
it's
fella,
spread-
I mean,
so
the
it-
fella said that the tricky thing was in all this, it was the fact that, you know, nobody would let him test it out on anyone else, so he had to do it himself.
But did it work? Because the thing is with a tattoo
works,
artist, they
yeah.
can see when your skin's moved and they can see what they've done and they keep wiping it and looking. Whereas a machine's just got to trust itself. So I think one needle could go wrong. If it was a lot of needles that it just came down, like, you know, 1,000 needles that was an imprint.
Yeah.
But
No, it-
obviously I'm asking someone who's hasn't delved any further than there's a machine that can give you a tattoo. That's all you've got at the moment, isn't it?
Well, yeah, basically.
That's all you've got.
I mean, that's what I've got, because I'm not a fan of tattoos. I don't.
But where did you read this again?
This was
Internet?
This was on the internet. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Okay.
And I just don't understand why people do it. That's what got me attention. Because me,
Sorry, what have I learned from this?
that if you wanted to get one, you know, you can get one done by a machine now. You know, people say machines are sort of taking over and that, and there's another one. But it's just the fact. I mean, I don't know.
So give us the snappy title of this education again.
Why don't they just get a diary or some paper or something to write it on? That's what I always think when I see people with loads of tattoos. Like there's that fella who we were talking about the other week in Scotland who was covered 99% in tattoos. It's just like, what have you done that for?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You can't get rid of it now. You've done it now.
Yeah.
One of my uncles, right, Tattoo Stan, he's just caked in them.
Tattoos.
Right.
I don't think he's my proper uncle, but it's just like me dad's got.
Tattoo Stan.
No, my dad's
That's a province in Russia, isn't it?
my dad's got loads of mates who.
When
like,
you say he's not your
names.
proper uncle,
Do you know, like, when
Just a bloke who
someone
used to
comes
hang around
round,
by the
all
school?
right, Uncle Stan.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And my dad had loads of mates like that. There was John the Screw.
right?
So he either works in a prison or he likes to have sex.
Cabby. Cab driver.
Okay.
There was Jimmy the Hat. I don't know what he
Jimmy
did.
the Hat.
Yeah. And,
Did he wear a hat?
No.
No.
There was Fred the Veg.
You sure he wasn't a relative?
Sorry.
Fred the Veg used to get us, like, big bags of potatoes and that.
Fred Veg, okay.
And there was Tattoo Stan.
Right.
And he was just caked in them. And I used to always look at him thinking, why have you done that? I must have only been, like, you know, 6
I
or
suppose
7.
if you're born with a name like Tattoo Stan,
Exactly.
you're destined,
Sorry,
aren't you,
were
really?
they like a 1950s gang?
I'm worried
just
about,
like-
I'm worried
Who were doing
about,
a bank job?
what was his name, the Hat? What was his name?
Jimmy the Hat.
I'm worried about Jimmy the Hat.
Yeah.
Not having a hat.
I don't understand
Are
it.
you sure he didn't have a hat?
Not when I met him.
Did he ever wear a hat?
I didn't see him that much.
Do you think it was a joke, like, you know, when, your mate's sort of like, you know, 8 foot and huge, you call him Little John or Tiny? Do you think...
Well, the
do you
fact that he never wore
Yeah,
a
they
hat.
went, hold on, I've noticed something about Jim. Go on. No hat. And I go, oh, true, let's call him Jim the Hat.
Jimmy the Hat, yeah. But me Uncle Stan, he had, like, loads of them. He did them himself.
Oh dear.
And it was always that
Oh,
thing.
God. What was it things like?
It was that he had, like, the
cross.
cut here.
Cut
one
here,
on
made
the
in
neck.
Britain.
And if you're going to do them yourself, I'd say at least make sure you're sort of a good drawer.
Yeah.
And don't do it in the mirror so it comes out backwards.
Well, that was the other thing. But, like, I remember he did, I mean, names are alright. He had, like, all his kids' names down his arm. And,
Right.
What are they called?
Yeah.
oh, God, it's...
Tattoo Stan Jr.
Yeah.
and,
Paul shits the bed.
I'm trying to...
Oh, Wobby Kate.
yeah, yeah.
But he had...
Frankie never amounts to anything.
Oh, go on.
So he had, like,
Yeah. Johnny, I don't think he's mine.
so he did all this... I don't even know why I'm telling you about tattoos.
No, nor do I, Carl.
Hey,
to be honest,
I don't know that I don't know if maybe you just have to picture this. But my sister had to take a photo once. She was working in like a factory, not to denigrate people who work in factories, but there happened to be a particularly oddball, kind of lank-haired, weird guy living, working in this factory, and he did his own tattoos, and she took a photo of it because she was so extraordinary. He'd drawn it himself. Now, bear in mind, it was the kind of thing you saw when you were doing art when you were like 15. This is the sort of person who designed their own like heavy rock album cover.
Yeah.
He's that sort of person. So, I mean, like,
was
he knew
it
how
a
to
dragon
draw.
with breasts?
You're not far off, Rick.
No.
You're not far off. I'll tell you what it was. He had this tattooed on his back. It took up his entire back. She took a photo of it for me. He drew it himself. He had it tattooed himself, and it was just too much detail. Too much detail for a tattoo. It needs to be fairly simple, I think, to make a tattoo. It was... it was a naked female vampire having a shower.
Why was she having a shower?
Having a shower. That's why she was naked.
Yeah.
And so she was
She'd been out,
beautiful woman.
she was, presumably,
She'd been out that night.
been out, a
Yeah.
lot of blood. Wanted
Yeah,
to
well, she was naked, so you could see her naked body.
Yeah.
She's quite a beautiful vampire,
Yeah.
relatively speaking.
Yeah.
Although the symmetry of her face was somewhat off.
Yeah.
The only thing I think that gave
Well,
it
he
away
had a bad spine.
was that she did have some pointed teeth. And I
Right.
think that was how you knew she was a vampire.
Right. Was she looking...
But the fact that she was having a shower was
Yeah, that
very
is
specific.
weird, isn't it? Well,
But he'd sort of drawn in all
well,
the...
he said to the eye, I said, listen, I want a naked bird, right? But I don't want it to be gratuitous. And he goes, well, you could put her in a shower, because then they went, pop her in the shower.
That at least gives some kind of
Yeah, that's the
justification for
plot,
her
that's the
nudity,
plot. I mean, you know, it's justified within the story if she's in a shower. Sure, okay, yeah, we'll have that. Carl.
So...
Yeah, okay. Any other nicknames your friends of your family had?
What was your nickname, Carl?
just, Pilky, really.
Because for a minute I thought Karl the Veg would have made a lot of sense.
Yeah, Karl the Veg. And why has your dad got a little tattoo, Dopey Twat, on his arm?
Yeah.
Can I just interrupt you guys, because we've just had an email here, I hate to query you, Karl, and your educating Ricky section, because I know you put a lot— don't read this, let me just read it for you. Just an email here from Olivia, and this has also been corroborated by someone else, I forget who it was. She just tuned in, and she just heard you explaining the expression, letting the cat out of the bag.
Sure.
It was all to do with cats that were put in bags by dodgy butchers, possibly the 17th century, we're not too sure. Anyway, she claims— well, let me see, she says, she uses both the words twaddle and crap, in relation to your definition. She says letting the cat out of the bag is an old shipping expression from when sailors used to get flogged for their misdemeanours. The cat is the cat of nine tails, which is a kind of whip thing that they used to keep hanging in a bag below deck. If it was discovered that a sailor had done something wrong, the cat would be let out of the bag and he'd get a whipping. Hence, don't let the cat out of the bag, meaning to cover something up to keep it secret.
She's talking nonsense,
No,
right?
she's not. That's the truth.
Because the one I read about that was there's not enough room in here to swing a cat, right? And that was people who worked on a boat.
Yeah, well, that's the same
Well, that's fine. They could have two expressions for the
They're
same
not going to keep going on about people working on a boat to get loads of sailors.
You can't have two phrases about the same thing! They're not
sailors have got nothing to do with their time.
Think how many—
just coming up with stuff.
Think how many metaphors have birds in them, and, you know, it's ridiculous. Why can't you have— you can have as many sounds as you like about anything, Karl.
Yeah,
There's
well,
not a rule.
whatever.
They don't go, we've made one up about the cat and nine tails.
Well, cheers for that, Oliver.
Olivia.
Yeah.
Don't see your email coming up with the Rockbusters answers, so—
well, you better give us the answers
let's
again.
give them out. The first one was,
You know, he wanted to stop educating Ricky, because nothing had happened. He said, look what happened last week. I scoured the net. He said, all I found was a dog in a car wash and a parrot and a vicar. Right?
I'll tell you what, there ain't much more going on this week.
Well, you're talking well, listen, me and Steve, yesterday, we took a day off to prove you wrong, and we've come up with two of the most incredible things I told you about, and they're amazing. So there are things out there, or is it but just go for truth. Go for truth and science and discovery. Fact is stranger than fiction. You don't have to revert to sort of like God and ghosts.
I know, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But the funny thing is, you know, like, last couple of weeks I've been saying there's not much going on.
Yeah.
I found out when I was looking that there was a day in 1930, right? It was a Good Friday. There was no news. There was nothing going on. They had to put a music video on or something on the telly because there was nothing going on.